And so without having all of the information, it is unfair and irresponsible of us to go and to speculate on that, because what we have to...
Well, I'm not speculating.
Sure.
I have the information. I'm not speculating.
Well, what I will say is that you got them baby hairs on lock, baby girl. I mean, you got them swoops and swirls down pat, boo. But the rest of that damn wig is on way too tight, because it has your eyes crossed or something and you're reading from the wrong damn script. And if you want to know why I think Miss Baby Girl Malika Andrews needs to sit the hell down, you better stick around. Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm coming back to you to talk more about this NBA Ime Udoka scandal. And so, if you want to get caught up on all of the details surrounding all of the hot tea pertinent to how the Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka completely blindsided and embarrassed his fiancée of over 10 years, i.e. the famed actress Miss Nia Long, by waiting until the day before the scandalous details were disclosed of his intimate, consensual affair with a female member of the front office staff, of which mistress was also the wife of another Boston Celtics executive front office staff member who is alleged to have leaked the affair to the team ownership, resulting in Ime's full season-long suspension. Then you want to watch my prior video, and I'll place a direct link in the description section below. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video by clicking the super thanks heart button below as well. But I want to jump right into another angle of this story that has taken on a life of its own. And that is the angle of what in the hell is wrong with you, Miss Baby Girl Malika Andrews? I mean, she acts like she's completely triggered by this whole ordeal. And I just want somebody to tell me why. And now I hope nobody is offended by what I'm gonna say, but y'all know that I keeps it completely 100 on here 100% of the time. And so I hope ESPN is ready for all of the explosive reactions they will get from wanting to be so damn inclusive in their hiring of on-air talent, which I do love. But they need to know that when they put all these black folks on this TV, it's gonna get crunk as a monk on live TV. Because if you come out of pocket talking crazy to black folk, it's not always gonna be politically correct. And you're gonna get corrected right there on live TV in real time, like you would back on the block at the beauty shop or the barber shop. And that is exactly what we got in the midst of this ordeal. Now, I'm gonna play a more full rendition of what went down when Miss Baby Girl Malika was talking to Kendrick Perkins, so you can let me know what you think. So let's check it out.
Well, one thing, Zach, that you touched on was just this gross focus on identifying unnecessarily women's names that may or may not be involved. And I think it is it isn't too harsh to say that that was a failure by many people. I want to bring in our NBA analyst, Kendrick Perkins, into this conversation because, Perk, you played for the Celtics organization. What were your thoughts on this message here?
Well, one, to me, I didn't like Brad comments on this, and let me explain why. Not the fact that he was taking up and protecting the women in the organization, but you know, he said about the speculations and the Twitter BS and things to that nature, and how unfair it was to the women in the organization that is not involved with this particular situation. And I get that, right? But why is it speculations? It's speculations because of the reports that were put out by the actual Boston Celtics. So they didn't do a great job from the jump of actually protecting the women in their organization, because knowing that they were going to sit up here and give out this information and go out here and suspend Ime Udoka and talk about, just give a little details, is going to have people speculating. And in my eyes, I feel like the Boston Celtics dropped the ball, not only in protecting their entire franchise, but in protecting the women as well. They should have made sure that they crossed their T's and dotted their I's before they put this information out. These are some of the facts that have been out. These are some facts that I know that, you know, this relationship, one of these relationships that was had with Ime Udoka and one of these women, it was consensual, meaning that this woman actually played a part in it too. So my thing is, yes, Ime Udoka was wrong. We get that. His punishment, he deserved that, and whatever else follows, I hate it for him, but he put himself in this position. But why are the other people getting left off the hook?
Well,
that's the problem that I have right now. Everybody got to be held accountable.
I think that we need to circle back to what Shanae said, is that there was an investigation that was conducted by an independent law firm here. And I think that transparency is what will rule the day here. And so without having all of the information, it is unfair and irresponsible of us to go and to speculate on that, because what we have to...
Well, I'm not speculating.
Sure.
I have the information. I'm not speculating.
Now, I could listen to him snatch her wig off like that all day, because when somebody is trying to bring the tea, Miss Malika, you need to just stand to the side, baby girl, so we can put our little saucers right under there so we can catch as much of that hot tea as possible, boo. I mean, don't block the tea, baby girl, Miss Malika, because I feel like he was almost close to dropping a name or two. And it is beyond me that a law firm is behind this mess, because I would not be surprised to see one or more lawsuits being filed against the Celtics organization for at least negligent infliction of emotional distress by these women as a result of the organization's outrageously poor handling of this mess. But let me stay on focused. I need to stay focused on Miss Malika, because I want to get to the bottom of what her problem is and why is she so damn triggered. So let's listen to another exchange she had on this same topic when she was invited on another ESPN show with Stephen A. Smith to react via telephone to his discussion on this topic. So let's check this out as well.
The fact that we are sitting here debating whether somebody else should have been suspended or not, we are not here, Stephen A., to further blame women. That is not why we are here.
Let me be very clear. I don't appreciate where you're going with that. I'm not blaming anybody but Ime Udoka. He deserves, the fact of the matter is, I've said he deserved to be fired if they were going to fire him. If you're not going to fire him, then don't fire him. My issue is all of this being publicized. The point that I'm trying to make is just like you're not mentioning. Excuse me. I listened to you. You're the one telling me to stop on my show. It ain't happening. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I've already said he deserves to be fired, or he deserves to be there and handle it internally and privately. If you're not going to handle it privately, if you're going to publicize it in that fashion, then obviously it provokes everybody wanting to know, okay, well, who are the parties involved? When you have Amina Smith in Boston and other women pointing out the fact that there were women who were wrongly implicated in all of this, it's a disservice to them. I didn't come out with the report about a consensual relationship. I didn't come out with the report ahead of time leaking that they were going to suspend him for the year. They did that. And my point is, considering how pervasive this kind of stuff has existed in professional sports for many years, my whole point is that, make sure that you handle it in the same fashion it has always been handled. You could have fired him, And then we could have speculated till the cows come home, but he's gone. But to keep him there, keep him employed, but in the same breath, suspend him for a year, then also that year is indefinite. That is the issue that I have. Nobody's trying to protect Ime Udoka, and certainly nobody is trying to protect, is to excoriate the women involved or anything like that. I'm talking about how things of this matter are usually handled from an HR perspective, from an organizational perspective. That is not consistent with what we have seen throughout the years. That is the only point that I was trying to make. I'm not trying to attack anybody. And if anybody deserves to be attacked, it's Ime Udoka for putting himself in this position. I've made that very clear. I'm just talking about you got owners and everybody else. They know the kind of stuff that's going on. That is my issue. That is my only issue.
I appreciate that clarification. That is what stood out to me from the press conference. My reaction to the press conference, and I appreciate you clarifying that, Stephen A., is that the only thing that was made clear to me in this is that we are missing a key piece of information here.
Now, you would have thought that after she got her wig snatched completely off her damn head by Kendrick Perkins, she would have learned how to slow her roll a little bit, because everybody knows that Stephen A. Smith does not bite his tongue at all, honey child. But she clearly is triggered by this case, and she needs to recognize that, because these women don't need her to be doing the most. There are plenty of law firms out there who can look out for them. I mean, I can see at least two types of lawsuits matriculating out of this mess. One, from the group of people who were wrongly implicated and got caught up in this social media speculation extravaganza. I mean, I can definitely see that the Boston Celtics organization has some amount of exposure, in my opinion, for lawsuits brought against them by those women. And then I see the Boston Celtics being in clear jeopardy of being sued by Ime for negligent or even intentional tortious interference of contract for pulling this mess, keeping Ime from being able to enter into contracts with other teams who might want to employ his services as head coach, because instead of firing him, the team cock-blocking by choosing to place him on a so-called season-long suspension without making it clear that the suspension will actually end at the end of the season. And by stating that while you're on suspension, we might likely not pay you while we have you in limbo, because we also intend to administer further punishment in the form of financial penalties. And so I know there are people who say that he should just quit, but he has no reason to help the Celtics out of this mess. And quitting puts him on the back foot from a contractual standpoint. And so I don't know why Miss Baby Girl Malika has got herself all twisted up, spitting fire at anyone who is questioning this mess. And I'll just say again, Ime, call your girl, boo. Call your girl if you need some help out of this mess, this contract snafu. And Malika, you need to calm the hell down, baby girl. But as you know on here, I just ask and report, and I let you decide. So what do you think? Do you think Miss Baby Girl Malika needs to go lay down on somebody's couch and find out why she is so damn triggered by this case? So much so that she won't let any of her other colleague sports analysts have their own valid opinions about this mess? Please let me know by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And I hope you'll also give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video by clicking the super thanks heart button below. And while you're there, I want to also ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you want to be sure to click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I come back with more hot tea drama from this basketball court case. because I got a feeling that it seems like there's a drip, drip, drip on this thing every single day. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.